Back in the early 90s was the golden age of the console wars. Nintendo did some cool things, and Sega would have us believe that they did some things that Nintendo didn't. And carrying the banner at each side were the company's mascots, Mario and Sonic. Hugely popular characters. So much so, in fact, that it's no wonder there were other smaller companies who tried to come along and bring up mascots of their own. There have been a few successes that have come and gone, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon. But today we're going to look at a few that, while maybe not inherently bad, they didn't exactly stick in our hearts and minds.
Let's start out with Rocky Rodent from Irem. I remember playing this game back then and I just didn't get it.
But now, I am an adult. I have played like an hour or two of Dark Souls, and I think I'm ready to go.
The game starts out with our hero Rocky skipping out on his bill at some restaurant as the owner chases him down. This guy in the pink offers Rocky a free all-you-can-eat buffet if he saves his daughter from the Mafia. That's right, the Mafia. Sir, are you serious? Rocky's stomach is worse than a garbage disposal. He'll bankrupt your restaurant. Shortly after, this California raisin gives you a magic trash can full of hairspray, and it makes your hair grow all red and spiky. Hey guy, I'm behind you now. Alright.
Who can afford to make animations anyway? It's expensive and it takes effort.
Your hair isn't just for looks. Without it, you die in one hit. And it helps you traverse the levels and gives you new ways to defend yourself. Continuing on through the level, you get a nice variety of enemies. Armadillos with fedoras, giant cans of soup, this fire hydrant pees at you. Finish the level. Gee, that spinning sign sure looks familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, one thing about a lot of these guys back then is they really wanted to be like Sonic the Hedgehog. But hey, at least they knew when to quit, huh?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
The next level is actually a nice change. You have to catch up to this van before sundown, and to do so you gotta hold the run button the whole way while avoiding cars and obstacles. Finally caught up to the boss. Now, tell me, how am I supposed to avoid this? He can only come out of two spots, but it seems to be unpredictable. I can only get hit twice, and there are no backup spray cans, so all I need is to let him get the drop on me twice, and I'm a dead man. And just as I was about to give up, I beat him. Then, this stranger picks you up, and takes you to that girl's apartment.
Remember, kids, always get into cars with strangers, especially if it's someone's apartment.
Now we're inside the building. Oh, another trash can. Oh, what's this? I have a mohawk. Ooh, it's like a boomerang. It works really well, too. What's with this guy? He really doesn't want any visitors. Look at these dorky-looking moles or whatever. Okay, so I made it past the door hermit, who just sort of evaporated. Now I kind of feel bad. And now, what do I do? What do I do? I can't seem to destroy these blocks here. Do I go back? Ah! Are you seeing that?
What kind of mushrooms were on that pizza?
Obviously, that's a glitch and not part of the game, but that's terrifying.
I think we're done with Rocky. Let's keep moving.
Next up is Aero the Acrobat. You get it? Scuzzy's a bat. You run around, jump around, complete an objective to unlock the level's exit, and you try your best to fight clowns. You'll notice I say try because, honestly, it's a lot harder than it needs to be. You have to do this corkscrew attack, and in order to land a hit, you have to angle it just right, and if you aren't careful, you'll end up going in the wrong direction and missing altogether. You can also throw stars, but you have to pick up the stars, and it only seems to work sometimes.
I actually had this game as a kid, and I played it a lot back then, but unfortunately there isn't much to say about it now. I hate it. Platforming sucks, the combat is iffy at best. I think it was just probably better left in the past.
Up next is VectorMan. This one was actually published by Sega, and it's the best game of the bunch I have here today. It's more of a Mega Man clone than anything. You play as a robot with an arm cannon who fights against other robots, jump, shoot, repeat. It controls really well. Platforming isn't frustrating whatsoever. Shooting is satisfying. I actually like it quite a bit. The animations are fluid and the graphics are pretty good.
You know, for a Genesis game.
Shot fired! Shot fired!
Hidden throughout the levels are TVs you can destroy. Inside are sparkly bits you can collect, health drops, or some sweet power-ups.
I wonder if my TV has anything like that. No, just a bunch of wires and circuits and stuff. Also blood. I think the blood might be mine, though. I probably shouldn't use my hand.
The first boss battle is a jet that poops at you and has big heavy balls on the end of the wings, cause that's how aerodynamics work. Next up is a short little bonus level where you ride a tank on a train track and shoot a big ol' robot. And I'm done. Oh, it's making me dizzy. I don't like it. I don't like it. Next is an interesting level on the surface of some water, followed by a level that's completely underwater.
Hey, VectorMan, what you thinking about?
I don't know, robot stuff, I guess?
You make your way up to the top and oh my goodness, it's like a flying robot mini whale thing. Pretty easy to avoid. Just run back and forth and shoot up at it as it passes you. I think I've almost got him down. He turned into a polar bear?
Well, what can I say? He just wanted it more. And frankly, he deserved it. I'm having fun with VectorMan and all, but I need to move on. Because there's one more game I want to tell you about. Now, when I started looking for games to play for this video, one of the first that came to mind was Bubsy. Now, I think most of us already know about Bubsy, especially the infamous Bubsy 3D. So I'm not even going to get into that because I think I may have actually stumbled upon something even worse than Bubsy.
Awesome, awesome, kickstart the machine on fire. I'm awesome.
Oh.
You're not so awesome.
Oh, just look at this. Listen to that music. His voice.
Wow, that was incredible.
This whole game is just offensive to the senses. After playing this game for a while, it's very clear that this game is heavily inspired by Sonic. Even right down to the stance. Wow, look at the toot on that guy. Watch out for him. You run really fast and fight a bunch of robots. Not cool robots though. They're all kind of plain and samey, and for some reason they're all cutting at trees and carrying chainsaws. Even the name of the game's antagonist, Dr. Machino, is a complete ripoff. Jeez, this level is so long. I'm trying to get through it as quickly as I can, but it just keeps going. There's tons of traps to avoid, spikes, buzzsaws, battle bots. There's also weird collectibles like soda cans, bottles, newspapers.
Don't pay for that.
Just listen to his voice. What are you even saying, you stupid marsupial?
Awesome. Watch it. Yeah, you really got it.
Well, at least I finally beat the level. Now, what is this? When did the first efforts to control whaling occur? Okay, how am I supposed to know this?
Wait, I understand it now. The strange collectibles, robots attacking trees, the very strange trivia to have in a children's game. This is an educational game about saving the environment.
Even the title screen has a big old recycling symbol I didn't even notice. It's even right there on the HUD.
Well, now on to level 2. Maybe it'll get better? Now, I'm gonna let you in on a little production secret here. When I record these videos, it's all scripted. I've already played the games ahead of time. So, I already know now that no, it does not, in fact, get better.
In fact, it's more of the same. More of the ugly, more of the same traps and boring enemies, more of
Extra life.
that voice. It almost makes me want to hurt him on purpose, but I know if I do, he's just gonna speak again.
That's it! I can't stand it anymore. Forget the environment, kids. Throw your trash on the ground. Burn a river. Kick a zebra. As for me, I'm gonna throw this plastic bottle directly into the trash. Nothing bad can happen, right?
Want to see more of my stupid face and hear my stupid voice say stupid things about video games? Then go ahead and click on that subscribe button, and also make sure to check out the links to my social networks below.